now it's recording. There we go. Yeah, got it.
Welcome back, Bit on the Street. We just kick it in the studio, behind the scenes footage. We're just getting ready to shoot the first time shootings in holiday. We spent our whole holidays doing this. You're welcome. My birthday's
Appreciate
in a few
it.
days and I'm filming.
Oh. Are we still going? Hello and welcome to our first episode.
Hello and welcome to our second episode,
Our third episode.
our fifth episode of
Sixth episode.
seventh episode of
To our 8th episode. To the 9th episode of Hungry Talks. I'm your host, Alana.
I'm your other host, Bella. Please welcome all the way from Accello in Sydney, Zach and Gerga.
And publicist Mojo. Please welcome Dan to the show. I'd like to introduce the brilliant Tommy Jackson.
It's a pleasure to introduce Bondi Sands creative manager, Olivia Gadd.
It's a pleasure to introduce the brilliant Megan McEwen.
We are very lucky to be joined by the incredibly talented, all the way from London, Tom Curtis. Welcome, Tom.
Head of Creative and Production for Walt Disney Melbourne. It's with great excitement that we introduce Andrew Hutchison.
We have Hilary Badger of Clevenger BBDO.
We have Kimberly Wells, the CEO of TVWA Melbourne.
We have a familiar friend of the show, Matthew Stoddart, Group Creative Director at TVWA and 11PR.
Yeah, like clashing, Zach and I will sometimes do an airing of grievances sort of lunch. We'll go out and sort of say what's been annoying each other about each other. Sort of a place where you can do a thing you can do every sort of 6 months.
But in particular with account service, you're constantly managing people and trying to make them feel comfortable when perhaps they're stressed or perhaps they're not happy with what's in front of them. So developing a thick skin takes time. For me, I had to really work on that over a number of years and get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Going into an internship, you just don't want to be taken advantage of. So understand that you're a vital person of that team as well. They could want to hire you. So go in there thinking, they're lucky to have me, I'm lucky to have them, and this could be a permanent position in the near future.
A suit was basically just selling a creative's work, and I really wanted to be that creative. I didn't want to be selling someone else's stuff. Basically went to MediaCom and I saw opportunity and took a business plan to my then MD about 2 or 3 years into my role at MediaCom and said, I want to be a creative and I want to set up a creative division within MediaCom. Now, if I were to look back at that business plan now, it's probably just a flappy piece of paper, but I'd worked hard enough and proved myself within the business, I think, to make them want to keep me and make them realise that I did have a vision that was potentially viable.
But don't ever lose that hunger or that curiosity. Creativity requires curiosity, hands down. I often say to our team, when you meet someone for the first time, just hold in there an extra 5 minutes. And I promise you could have a conversation that could fundamentally change the way that you're thinking. It could open up an opportunity that perhaps you hadn't seen before.
So Zach, you're more the copywriter of the duo, and Gerga, you're more of the art director. Do you guys strictly identify with these roles or more so just as creatives?
Because I'm dyslexic and Zach's not very good on the tools. But that doesn't hold us back. Like, I've written the odd headline or copy or script, and Zach has, I think, actually got a better eye for detail than I do.
Can you please tell us your truly terrifying client story?
Context is, you work at Nike, the only dress code Nike has is you must not wear competitors' clothes. Back in the day in London, in our AKQA studio, people were reprimanded if they wore Adidas to the office. We're going in to present, and our creative director, a really nice gentleman, and he arrived in the Nike foyer, and he turns up and he goes, Dan, I'm so sorry, I've really fucked up. And I'm like, what's the matter? I've got the presentation, it's all good, let's go, let's go upstairs. He goes, dude, I'm wearing my Ultra Boosts. He's wearing Adidas on his feet.
He has a passion for music, drawing, film, and also has his own secret pancake recipe that, in his words, is the perfect fluffiness mixed with the perfect flavors.
This is Dingles Jingles.
I'm going on looking in their eyes and trying to see the psycho in them.
That when you do it, you feel really relieved after it.
Oh, there you go.
Go to the toilet?
That's what I thought.
Not sure what you're reading, but it's meant to say Susan album party. Give it another read if you don't get it.
gone into the 70s theme with my Sandman panel van t-shirt, so keeping into the 70s theme.
We do have to give a big thank you to you, Tommy, for taking the time out of your busy schedule to join us tonight. Tommy, how did you find tonight's episode?
It was lots of fun. Yeah, I tried to get in the theme. I passed on the glasses.
Yes, can I just get a latte? Hello everyone, and welcome back to some more Ben on the Street.
Really included.
Circus really popular.
No! No, it's just...
I say this a lot. I had two dreams. When I was a kid, I wanted glasses and braces. I got both of them.
Now, some say that jurors have to conduct a serious soul-binding blood pact, where sometimes they have to put their very own lives at risk. Coca-Cola is suffering from a world record loss in sales. They have decided to rebrand their beloved soft drink as a cleaning product due to its amazing stain removal properties. This is a classic photo shoot of me using that Coca-Cola to clean that desk. The egg and bacon sausage roll, Ben.
We're gonna have Perry bring you the latest in advertising news this week. Perry, over to you.
And onto this week's bad ads, which though repulsive are luckily not contagious. This Thai vaccination ad displays a vial of the virus, apparently created not by Pfizer or AstraZeneca, but by the newest pharmaceutical company in the game, Lorem Ipsum.
If you're wanting to work for Hungry Talks, there may be a position as a newsreader available, since it didn't necessarily say I'd wake up after those 24 hours. If sexual misconduct is a bit too life-altering, for you anyway, why not try good old-fashioned adultery? My biggest issue with this one is I don't understand what the sport of fitness means. Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Just tricking, welcome back to Hungry News.